Hello everyone, Mark here, and today I thought I'd just do an unboxing video for you and share with you my first ever RC aeroplane, and I'm really excited to get this out of the box and check it out properly. Now, I've never had an RC aeroplane in my collection before, and I just don't know why, so I thought it was about time that I actually ordered one. I've been flying helicopters for many years, RC trucks for more years than I can actually remember, and I've been flying drones now for a good few years, so I thought it was about time I got some RC aeroplanes in my collection as well. And I didn't want to just jump straight in and go for like a 4 or 5 channel 3D stunt aeroplane. I thought I'd better practice what I preach and start off with a trainer aeroplane first, and then basically in a few months time just go and get myself a 3D stunt aeroplane. So what I actually ordered was this VOLANTEXRC Super Cub 500 6-axis gyro trainer aeroplane. Now this thing has got some really cool features to it. It's obviously ready to fly. It's made from a durable EPP foam, and it has a 6-axis stabilizer. It also has return to home as well, which is quite weird, so we'll check that out as well. But yeah, this is the VOLANTEXRC V761-3. Now this is basically the upgraded version of the VOLANTEXRC 671-1. So basically this is the Super Cub 500. It has it's slightly larger in size, but it also has a higher capacity LiPo battery, and like I say, it has a return to home function as well. So that's the real difference with this. I'll give you a quick spin around the box. As you can see there, that's what it is. Look quite cool. That picture makes it look a lot nicer than what it's actually going to be. But yeah, let's get it out of this box and actually give it a nice closer look. Okay, so let's open it up. Let's do it this way. Now I got this from GearBest, and I will leave a link in the description below. I paid £40 delivered for this, and in my opinion that's a bargain for a good trainer aeroplane like this. And some of the reviews and stuff that I've seen on the older version, it's really good. I should be getting around a 20-minute flight time from this, and one great thing, I've got loads of these batteries because some of my drones use the same battery, so I'm going to have like literally like an hour's flight time for this with all the batteries that I've got. So let's take it out of the box, put it to one side. Quite nicely packaged in. I might actually keep the box because it will help with transportation, but let's just get everything out. I hate polystyrene. Okay, so let's take all the bags out. Let's get it out of the packaging as quick as possible, then we can have a nice closer look. Okay, let's put that to one side. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just have a quick look at the aeroplane first. Now straight away, that is so light. That is extremely light. Let's take the LiPo out. Let's put the landing gear in there, and that just literally, it just slots into place just like so. Very quick, very easy, and then that is it. Now it has a wingspan of 500mm, so it's not too large. If I actually get my Spark here, you can see the size of it compared to my Spark. It's not massive, but it's not too tiny either. It's quite a nice size actually for a trainer aeroplane, but it's extremely light. Let's actually put it on the scales and see exactly what it weighs. That weighs, wow, really? That weighs 42 grams. So all in flying weight around 53 grams, so well under the 250 gram registration limit. So a cool little flyer. Now quality, what's the quality? Well, it is an EPP foam, but I like it, don't get me wrong, but it does look polystyrene. It don't feel like polystyrene, but at the end of the day it's still a polystyrene type foam, but it feels quite nice. But I wanted that. This thing is meant to be near enough indestructible. You're not going to break it really by crashing it into grass and stuff like that, so that's what I kind of wanted. You got a nice propeller there. Now the propeller size, let's quickly measure it. The prop size is 5 inches, so quite a nice sized prop there, and it runs off of a brushed motor, and the prop is geared. Now, as you can see on the wing, hopefully you can see that it's got quite a nice angle, which is called dihedral, I believe, and that basically helps it with self-stabilization. Even though it's got a 6-axis stabilization anyway, just having a high wing and a dihedral effect on the actual aircraft will help with stabilization. Like I say, it is a free channel, so it's going to be very easy to fly. The landing legs here, quite flimsy but sturdy at the same time. They're not going to fall off. They are sponge. I'm not too keen on the sponge wheels, if I'm honest, but it moves okay. It does move fine, so that's good enough. And you can do, obviously, you can take off from the ground, or you can hand launch this if you want to. But yeah, has servos going into the rudder and elevator. It doesn't have ailerons though, because it is a free channel. But yeah, that looks really cool. I'm really looking forward to flying this. So let's actually put the aeroplane to one side now. Okay, so I thought I'd bring the camera a little bit closer to show you the controller. So I'll quickly show you it now. I'll quickly put some AA batteries in there. Well, that's stiff to open. Let's put some AAs in there. It runs off of 4 AA batteries. Let's get those in there, and then we can actually power the thing up. Okay, so here's the controller. To be honest, it does feel a little bit plasticky, but that being said, it don't feel too nasty. It's not one of the worst controllers that I felt, that's for sure. And the gimbal sticks actually feel quite nice. They're reasonably stiff. They've got some nice movement on there. Obviously there's my throttle, there's my rudder, there's my elevator, but obviously don't have ailerons, being a free channel. But the antenna, obviously it's 2.4 gig, and I can see a wire going up there, so that's a real antenna. That's good. There's nothing worse than having fake antennas just flopping around being pointless. So yeah, it looks okay. Now this is where it gets interesting. So these switches, you've got a switch on top here, which is your 6-axis gyro stabilization switch. So basically you've got 3 modes. You've got beginner mode, which fully turns on your 6-axis stabilization. Then you've got intermediate, which basically just ups the rates of the actual control input that you're putting in. Then you've got expert mode, which basically turns off the 6-axis stabilization, which is really cool. So you can practice flying in like beginner or medium or intermediate mode, then basically switch it over to expert when you're ready to basically do some loops. I'm not too sure if it'll barrel roll. We will see. It probably won't, to be fair, because it doesn't have aileron. So it basically, it will use the rudder to actually turn and pivot. But like I say, this is just to teach me the flight characteristics of an aeroplane, because it is not like a drone. So yeah, you've also got trim buttons here. Shows you the trims. This button here is non-functional. Now this one here, this is the interesting thing. This activates and initializes your return to home. That's right, return to home on a non-GPS aeroplane. So basically it's going to be like the return to home on toy grade drones. So basically if you set the plane off in that direction, click return to home, all it's going to do is spin round and return in the opposite direction you set it off at, which is fine. At the end of the day, I don't need return to home on an aeroplane, especially a non-GPS aeroplane. Now that's something for the future, maybe, we will see. But yeah, I'm very impressed. Like I say, this is a toy grade RC aeroplane at the end of the day, guys. It does run off of, like I say, this single cell 3.7 volt 360 mAh lipo battery. But like I say, I've got loads of these. You also get the USB charger, which I'm not going to be using. I hate USB chargers. They're fine if it's the only charger you have, but if you've got a hobby grade charger, much recommend using a hobby grade charger to charge all of your lipos than dodgy USB lead chargers, and you get spare prop, which is cool. Now let's actually plug in the lipo and see how well it actually functions. Okay, so let's insert the lipo. Let's plug it in just like so. You can plug it in first, that's not a problem, and then you can just tuck it away just for the time being, just for quickness. I'm not going to tuck it right away, so let's put it there. Let's turn on the aircraft controller. It's going to bind like so. Once it's bound, it will beep. Then to bind the controller with the airplane ready for flight, it's a 1 up, 1 down, and then you're basically ready to go. So as you can see there, my rudder's working, elevator's working, and obviously there's no ailerons on there. Now if I switch it, it's in expert mode on the transmitter, so basically you can't hear nothing when I tilt the aeroplane because the 6-axis stabilization is switched off. But if I switch it to beginner mode or intermediate mode, the 6-axis gyro stabilization kicks in, and now when you turn it, obviously the stabilization kicks in and will move your rudder and stuff like that to keep you stabilized. So that's going to be good in wind, and basically, like I say, that's going to get you out of trouble when you're learning to fly. Let's quickly rev it up. I'm going to turn that stabilization off. There you go. Now I'm going to just give it a quick rev just to see what the power's like. Wow, okay, that pulled my hand, so that's got a bit of power. As you can see there, that pulled my hand. Very, very cool. Can't wait to fly this. I really can't. Now, hopefully I'm going to be able to take it out in a few days. If I've basically took it out for a fly before I upload this video, I'll put some flight footage up. But yeah, very, very impressed. Like I say, for 40 quid, you just can't go wrong. This is a perfect aeroplane to learn to fly with. I just can't wait to take it out. Like I say, I will leave a link in the description below showing where I got it from. Got it from GearBest, 40 quid. So yeah, I do recommend it actually. If you're looking to learn to fly, this is a good one to do it with. So that's it for this one, guys. I don't want to go on too long, so I've probably gone on long enough. But I just wanted to share my first ever RC plane with you guys. So as always, guys, please, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, hit that bell notification button so you can stay tuned on all my upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Happy RCing. Bye bye.